Hello everyone. Right, so we've got another interesting car coming up on my channel. It's a Mercedes C300 petrol coupe AMG line. This is a facelift car, it's 2018. I've literally just bought it. It's quite an interesting thing. One, because it looks amazing. Right, look how good that car looks. Let me wander back around the front. Again, get it over there, get my fat head out of the way. Yeah, look at that front end. One, because it looks amazing. Two, because it's a facelift. And three, because it's C300 as well. So we're gonna do the usual stuff. We're gonna go for a little wander around it, talk about the interior, talk about the facelift situation, because I've actually got a pre-facelift car over there, and I've got the AMG part there as well. So we might talk a little bit about both of them cars, and then we'll go for a little drive in it, and we'll do draggy times on it as well, right? So let's get on it. Right then, so 2018 facelift C300 coupe in black. Look how good that car looks, with AMG wheels. They are 20 inch. Are they 20 inch? They can't be 20 inch, can they? They've got a couple of little marks, and this car is overall, it's absolutely mint. But yeah, 20 inch wheels. They're a bit wider on the back. I think they're 265s on the back and then 225s on the front, which is nice. And it's got like a little splitter kit. The rear diffuser is the stock diffuser, but then side skirts and the front splitter, just in gloss black, finishes off the car really, really nice. Now, when we got offered this car, I say when we got offered it, when the customer come down literally about an hour ago to sell it, Jerome popped into my office and said, Calvin, come and check this Merc out. It's a lot of money, but it is a very, very good looking car. And then when I wandered round, had a little look at it, I walked around the corner, I saw it, I was like, wow. That is such a good looking car, and considering it is basically just a C-Class, I know it's like the AMG line, but it is just a Mercedes C-Class, and they definitely nailed it with the look of this car. The W205 C-Class, I think, come out in 2014. They've done a great job of the way that car looks inside and out, but there was a few things that got criticised, specifically the interior. If you look at the interior of this car, it's amazing. But on the interior of the earlier cars, there was a lot of changes that needed to be made, and they literally nailed it with the interior on these cars. Externally, they didn't make much changes at all, bar the front end, front bumper, the headlights. Headlights are a massive feature, by the way. Let's quickly talk about them. They look absolutely stunning, and in the front grille there with like that pinned effect circling around the Mercedes badge there, looks amazing. But yeah, overall it looks good. But then also it is a C300, you know, this is like the top of the range car, bar the if it was to exclude any of the AMGs, of course the C43 as well. This was pretty much as good as they got. I think they do a hybrid as well, which I guess has got more power, but the C300 is actually just a 2-litre engine. You'd expect it would have a V6 under the bonnet, but it's only got a 2-litre 4-cylinder single turbocharged engine that produces just over 250 horsepower. So engine wise it ain't too exciting, but it does definitely deserve a spot on my channel, not just because it looks good, but two, because I think this is a car that a lot of people would be looking at in the car market as a sort of a good all-rounder. It looks the part, it's probably quite good on fuel, bit of performance there, and it's a Mercedes, isn't it? So if we wander over to, in fact, before we wander over to that one, let's go back on the interior of this one. Yeah, going back to the interior, it looks amazing here. That steering wheel is a massive feature on the interior of this car. The widescreen display at the top there, that also looks really nice. But now if we hop over to the pre-facelift version, which is a 66 plate car, there it is over there, looks really nice. That's what this interior looks like. Let's go look at the other one. 3, 2, 1. There it is. It looks really nice in here, but it just doesn't look quite so good, does it? So this one's got the same dials as that one, although that one's got like a better digital display in the center of the dials. This one has the pre-facelift steering wheel, of course, which is a nice looking steering wheel, don't get me wrong. The AMG that we've got over there, that's also got the same steering wheel. But yeah, nice steering wheel, and the center display there, again, it's a nice center display. Let's hop in quickly. Pull the key out. We'll do a quick key check as well. So this is the key for the facelift car. Okay, that car is completely keyless, and then this here is the key for this car. I say keyless, you know what I mean, keyless entry, keyless go and stuff like that. But then with this car, you actually have to physically put the key in the ignition to start the engine, right? Which ain't the end of the world, you know, it's fine. But then, but you know, little things like that, they are improvements. And then if you look at the infotainment system here, you've got this sort of toggle stuff to navigate your way through. it's all right. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. And I always say about pre-facelift cars, as you sat in these cars, you do not miss or care about anything that you're missing out of the facelift versions, right? It doesn't actually matter. But when you get in a facelift car, you do appreciate it so much. So inside this car, it is really nice. The overall layout of the interior of this car is exactly the same as the layout of that car, but they are just, yeah, it's just got loads of subtle improvements. We'll go back over to that one in a sec. But yeah, this here, view map, it does as it should. It's all very nice, but it just needs one, a little spruce up with the software, and two, I would say that screen looks like it should sort of fill out this black fascia panel a bit more. It should be a bigger screen, right? Let's now hop back over to this car. Yeah, it's just so nice, and you appreciate it more, like I say, when you jump directly out of that car and into this one, you then appreciate it. But if you never saw this car and you only ever saw that car and you daily drove that car, you would love that car, because I've actually got a customer on that car at the minute. She sat in it, she's like, wow, this is so nice inside. So here is the engine start button. Let's press that, keep the foot on brake. There we go, we've started. But even like the design of the button, that looks really nice as well, doesn't it? And if you look at the display in the center of the dials there, just looks a little bit nicer. Should we close that door so you can see what else it does? So yeah, just in the middle there, just a bit more glam than the other one. Does a bit more. I don't actually know because I've not driven it yet, but it just looks a lot nicer in here. But more importantly, the center screen there, it's a lot wider. It just looks so much more modern. Again, I'm going to remind you that the shape of the interior is exactly the same, but yeah, little things like this, it's all very nice, isn't it? So they've also changed the way you navigate as well, just simplified it a little bit, and it all looks a lot nicer. So if we look up on the screen again, look how much more modern that software is. Just a lot better in here, isn't it? Something else we've got is a dynamic button here, which is needed because I've just started the engine and doesn't sound too exciting at all. It is just a 4-cylinder engine, Calv. Remind yourself of that. Don't expect too much, but yeah, don't sound too clever, does it? Just a bit boring. Let's flick it up to Sport and then up to Sport Plus. It's pretty cool that you can do that. I did notice a subtle change in the engine tone there. Nothing major. And yeah, it's not too exciting at all, is it? I think what we need to do now is, let's go for a little drive in it, yeah? Do you know what it's about Mercedes? Something I want to point out about Mercedes as a brand is they sort of visually, they look so premium. They are premium, they definitely are, but something about them just doesn't quite feel very premium. And I can't put my finger on what that is. I don't know what it is, I don't know why I feel like that, but I do every time I drive one. Now, over the last sort of couple of months, I've got my hands on a lot of Mercs, and I can't say that I've fallen in love with a single one. And when I first saw this car, like I said, my initial feeling was, wow, that looks amazing. But I'm already sort of thinking, I'm not that excited about it, man. Let's have a little feel. You know, to be fair, it pulls really well. Feels quite quick. I'd say, if anything, it's definitely quicker than I expected it would be. Ain't making no noise at all, is it? It's not making any nice noises. Very calm, very subtle, but it is definitely quite a quick car. So I think draggy times, it should perform quite well compared to similarly powered cars. Gearbox is bang on point, absolutely spot on. And yeah, but the interior, I can't knock this interior at all, because I think that's something that should be highlighted throughout this video. The visuals of this interior is such a nice place to be in, and it is just a C-Class, yeah? If you looked at a BMW 3 Series or a 4 Series as a comparable car, yeah, this is definitely a nicer place to be, I would say. I think it does deserve that bit of credit. Performance, again, I was just in third gear there. It does feel very torquey. Pulls very well. I suppose I've got to keep reminding myself that the purpose of this car is not meant to be the most exciting thing on the road. It is just a good all-rounder. So what we'll do is we'll just quickly do the draggy times now, yeah? 3, 2, 1. Flat on the throttle. It's quick. Keep going. Done. I'll do another one, yeah? Right, so I have just done draggy times, and it actually done really well. But I did say it does feel like quite a quick car. It done 20 to 70 mile an hour in 6.10 seconds, which is really good. And ironically, it's just behind the Mercedes C350E hybrid that I've done a video on probably I don't know, about 6 months or so ago. So it's quite comparable performance-wise to that, and that did also feel like a really quick car. So quite impressive. So overall, you can't knock this car. It looks amazing. The interior it's beautiful in here. Performance-wise, it's great. I'm sure it's pretty good on fuel as well. Should we see if I can work that out as well? 1 second. Do you know what? I thought I'd quickly pull over just to highlight a little feature of this car. So this steering wheel has just impressed me a little bit further. Let me grab my other camera quickly just so I can show you what's going on here. So these little black features here, they look like little buttons on the steering wheel. They're actually like touch sensitive. You can flick through the menu up here. So if I go over to there now, if I slide, you can slide all the way through the menu on your digital display in front of you. This is so impressive. I love stuff like this. So if we go over to what we're looking for, trip, let's see what the MPG is. There we go. Oh, by the way, it's done 28,000 miles. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier in the video. Digital speedo there, that's very nice. And then here we've got the MPG from reset is 29.7, so that's the overall average MPG, and then I think you can do it from the start of this journey to 17.4, so you can see the difference between daily driving it sensibly, i.e. the previous owner, and then my journey today, which is this one, 17.4 miles per gallon. But to be fair, I have been attempting to do draggy times. What else can I say about this car? I think the way it looks is absolutely stunning. I know I'm kind of repeating myself. I am sort of struggling to feel enthusiastic about this car, I'll be honest with you, but I kind of look at it and think wow, but then when I get in it, do you know what, I get in it and I look at the interior and I think wow, but driving wise it just ain't that exciting. I'd much rather be sat in the driver's seat of that M140i over there. That is definitely more me. Not because it's a BMW, but maybe because performance-wise, it just offers a little bit more. So let me just get back on the road before I say goodbye to everyone. Reverse camera. The quality of reverse cameras on Mercedes is amazing. Like, I love the fact that they put energy into, or effort into putting a nice, high-quality camera on the back end of their cars. Yeah, performance-wise, 6.1 seconds from 20 to 70 miles an hour. Overall drive is pretty good. Something definitely lacking here, don't know what it is. I am definitely not too excited about this car, but that little thing on the steering wheel has just impressed me. So if I was to give it a star rating, I'd probably give it 4 stars. That is very generous, but yeah, the summary is nice car, but probably not for me. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you did like this video, do me a favour and hit the like button and hit subscribe if you're new to my channel for a new video every Wednesday and Sunday at 6 o'clock. And if you're on Instagram, give me a follow on Instagram at Calvin's Car Diary. And I have, or I hope I have, or might have done, just bought another Mercedes, right? So that might be in the video after this, but I'm not certain, all right? I'll see you in the next video. In the next episode of Diary of a Car Trader, I haven't actually bought that other Mercedes yet, so we're back to BMWs with this car here, my latest purchase, a BMW M240i.